So this method is going to save you hours of time. Instead of cooking every day for your health goals, you should just meal prep. And I know what you're thinking, oh my God, that's so crazy. You're on this video because you probably need some help in that area, and that's what I'm here to do. I'm going to show you some quick little hacks on a healthy, high protein, high nutrient dense meal prep, and just come along with me while I do the fun thing, because this is not fun. Cooking is just not fun. You just got to do it sometimes though. So number one, we're going to spray everything down with some avocado oil, some olive oil, right? Okay. Step number one. Step number two, we're gonna chop up some of this asparagus. Believe it or not, I stalled for like 30 minutes just looking at this shit, making excuses, but the work just has to be done. Like nobody's gonna do it for you. Unless you have a non-woke wife, in which case she'll probably be doing this. I also do. But she's pregnant. She's got a round belly. So I told her I'd be taking over the meal prep after she couldn't do it anymore, didn't want to do it anymore, felt too tired. So I was like, all right, I'm going to take it over and I'm going to vlog it and show people what I do to stay looking like this most of the time. Because if you didn't know by now, I used to look like this. Now I look like this, which is alright, but I would really much rather walk around looking like this, because then you'll believe me more when I say it and I can help more people. So it's my job to look better so I can inspire more of you. Can it fit all the way in there? Yes, it can. Can the other one fit all the way in there? It's gonna. So we're just gonna get the top. For this one, we're gonna do some pepper. Where's the pepper? From higher up so it spreads more. That's a trick I learned from some freaking TikToker. Shout out to you, whoever it was. Look at that. That's such an even spread. That's crazy. Like when it comes up like that, that's cool. Look at that. It's like such a... That's so... Is that ASMR? I don't know. I thought that was satisfying. I don't know how this is going to work, but this is the salt we have. Usually I use pink Himalayan salt, which is more easy to be dispersed. But you're not following me to be a better cook. Follow somebody else for that. You're just following me to make sure that you're healthy and your internal wellness is good and you're looking kind of juicy. That's what you want from me. 1, 2, done. Then the next thing is the chicken. Again, if you want to follow somebody to cook, who's a good cook? Oh, Susie. What's her name? She's one of my friends. What's her name? She does OnlyPans. Follow her. She's an awesome cook. And you can take what you learn with me about making things higher protein, lower calorie dense foods, and just apply it to amazing chef skills like that. Okay, we'll spray this down on top of it to make sure. Again, you saw how quick that was with the oil. You don't want to have too high, crazy fats, especially if you guys aren't doing a high fat diet, low carb like I am. You can get fit in so many ways, right? If you're keto, you can get shredded. If you're carnivore, you can get shredded. If you're on a bodybuilder diet, you can get shredded. If you're intermittent fasting, you can get shredded. Anybody who has all these crazy diets and saying that that's the only way to do it, they're a literal liar. I mean, it's actual like lies. It's a trick that we use in the fitness industry. Damn, this really sucks. It's a trick we use in the fitness industry. And I say we because I'm a part of the fitness industry, but I don't like that style, where they say, the only way to do it is this. And in that way you create this cult-like following, and they follow you thinking this is the only way to do it. And so you feel obligated to buy, purchase, or use their program, plan, or whatever they're selling you to be like, oh, well, I have to do it like him, otherwise it won't work. And it's cool marketing and stuff like that, like fucking V-Shred, fuck him. Absolutely fuck him. I don't care. I don't usually start beef with anybody in the fitness industry, but I actually can't stand that dude. It's terrible for everybody because you can do it so many ways. You just got to find what works for you. And so what works for me is high protein, high vegetable, high nutrient dense food. So I feel good. I feel lively. My digestive tract is always good. And then higher fat so my brain can function well, right? And my heart and everything else is just working well. My joints feel good when I do this. And then I'll do carbs when I have particularly hard workouts or when I just feel like having some fucking fries, right? Because we're humans. We can have cheat days and stuff like that, but make sure it's like Not all the time, because if you have something all the time, it then becomes not special. I would rather feel awesome all the time and then get to look forward to sushi or look forward to tacos or some shit or pasta or whatever you're craving. Who cares? Just eat what you want. But if on a day-to-day basis, nope, we'll do it at 12. If on a day-to-day basis, and this was preheated to 450 by the way, just threw in the asparagus and I'll throw in the salmon. And we're going to check back in about 12 minutes to see how it's doing. Because that's what all three recipes actually called for 12 to 15 minutes. That's why I found them. Because you don't want to be spending all your life cooking. And there's a lot of like red pill space guys or entrepreneur, the hustle space, the hustle mentality people that are like, cooking's for losers. And part of me agrees, but I think meal prepping is the healthy middle. Because instead of cooking every day and wasting time, which I agree with them, you are wasting time, you can just do this for the week or for 4 days at a time. And all this prep, I went to the grocery store, 15 minutes, brought it in, unpacked, 15 minutes, and then I cooked 15 minutes, right? And then 15 minutes of stalling. Okay, so an hour to do all of this, and it'll be ready to go, and I'll just be able to eat and move freely to hustle. So that's what it's about. Can you hustle when you're eating like shit? Can you be mentally prepared when you're fueled by McDonald's? Probably not. Probably not. I would argue to say that that's almost impossible, man. I'm sure there are people out there doing it. I'm sure there are millionaires who eat garbage, but I bet you they'd be multi-millionaires if they didn't. So in the meantime, we're gonna chop up some cilantro. This I definitely should wash. This is fresh looking though. We're still gonna wash it. And usually I would say to take the time to pick apart the cilantro and not cut this, but I really don't care enough right now. And there are some nutrients in the stem. So again, I'm not a culinary expert. This is not. Clearly, this knife is pretty good though. Not sponsored by the knife. Don't buy it. You know what I am sponsored by? You motherfuckers. So like the video. That's the charge. Also, if you like what you've been seeing so far, and if you feel the way I've been doing stuff, you like this kind of style of health and wellness approach, I teamed up with a nutritionist and a functional medicine practitioner to make plans and nutrition stuff, and we do one-on-one coaching. So if you want to hit up, there's going to be a link somewhere. Just find it. You're capable. I believe in you. I also have a monthly service that's super cheap that you have access to me and the team fully, and we make you a plan. Because I want to have the approach of helping people of all stages of life. So if you are broke and stupid, we have created a program that you can follow along, and it's like failless. As long as you do this stuff, we made documents to walk your hand through it. So you're coming with us, and you can't fail as long as you just follow instructions. You cannot fail. Can't. So hit that up if you want to check that out. It's super cheap. Yeah. Some jalapenos. You don't have to have any of this stuff. I just like it for the nutrient purposes and the taste. I like spicy stuff. Dang, that was kind of elegant for a second, and then I fucked it up. Eat that too. All right. Actually, it's not a jalapeno, my bad. It's a serrano. We're not going to cut the avocado yet because that's crazy. It'll turn brown before I do. Okay, these definitely need more time. We'll do that. These need to be flipped, I think. While I do that, over the years, because I've been in social media, I've been in the public domain for quite some time. And I oftentimes get asked about my political views or my opinions on crazy, controversial topics, and I never reply. I never talk about it. But I think it's time for me to be a little bit more transparent. And here's something. As far as political concerns, you will never catch me voting. I think there's some crazy stuff out there. I think we're living in clown world. I do. But you will never catch me voting for either side. I don't care how. And the reason being is because in order for me to be an informed voter, in order for anybody to be an informed voter, you have to put in a lot of research. Truly, like to be an informed voter. Keep in mind, not just bandwagon, not just like hype voting, but to be an informed voter, you have to put a lot of research in. Like I'm talking like days, weeks, months. And the amount of time that I would spend in the pursuit of knowledge, in the pursuit of political knowledge, could be spent teaching you about your health. I have a platform, right? I have like 1.5 million followers across, the thing. I know how to get some views. And I feel like I have a much deeper responsibility to teach people about stuff that they can control. Because here, imagine I spend 7 months devoted to learning about political nonsense, right? And let's say I then decided, oh, I absolutely know who's best to vote for. I just spent 7 months to essentially cast one vote. So the time that I spent does not justify the lack of a return of investment. Does that make sense? I just spent 7 months to cast one vote. It was an informed vote. It was the most educated I could come to, but I could have spent that 7 months talking to you guys about how to make yourself more self-sustaining, how to make yourself more healthy, how to, how to have gym etiquette, how to not be a bum. And I think that I have more of a responsibility to, and I think my return of investment, which is you guys, is a whole lot better. I am literally ignorant on this topic. Why would I talk about that? I know a lot about that. I've been doing this for a decade. I trained my ass off to get on American Ninja Warrior. I know how to train. I've done multiple bodybuilding shows. I know how to get in decent shape. I've helped hundreds of people lose weight. I know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about political stuff though. Why should my opinion matter? And for all the influencers that are saying, oh, I have to speak up, you really don't. You don't. Unless you have a stake in that race, why? Unless you spend hours of research doing the thing, going over there, researching, report. Why? Why? It all sucks. So I'm gonna stay away from it. That's my take. But did that make sense though? Like I want to really dig into that. Like the return of your time needs to be valuable. You need to have a return on your investment, and the most valuable investment that you will ever give to anything is your time, right? Now I know what you're thinking. This chicken looks like crap. Well, look. When you're in a rush and you just need some protein, you eat 4 of them and you're good to go. Just and then you're gone. What I'm actually gonna do is I bought the fixings for high nutrient dense, high protein, low calorie wraps. And they take literally 10 seconds to make. The only thing is that you need ready-made protein to go along with it. You warm it up for a minute, you throw it in the wrap with all the veggies, you pre-chop everything so you have it in containers, right? And then you just make the wrap. Easy. It literally, you spent this time and then later on you can have like a little warm wrap. Got these real bougie almond flour tortillas, which actually taste really good. The carbs are nothing, like 6 net carbs, 5 grams of protein, some fat, and it's literally almond flour and water as the first 2 ingredients. And then some fiber and some seeds. It's really quality stuff. I'm not sponsored by them, don't buy it, but I would like to be. These are awesome stuff, but look at those macros. Pretty solid. So what I'll do is I'll take some of these ingredients, mix it up with some of the salmon, have that for later ready, so that way when I just want to fill the tacos, they're already done. Amazing, right? The next meal that I'll have already prepared was what you saw earlier, which is the sardines and walnuts and my little chocolate that I like to have. Ready-made meal, done easy. For breakfast, typically, like right after the workout, that'll be the meal that I'll spend more time on because I'm like, all right, I want to make sure this is packed with nutrients post-workout, so I'll do steak and eggs. Those are the quickest meals you can have. Steak is done very quickly, eggs are done very quickly, and it just tastes good. Lots of nutrients, lots of good choline, CLA and all the other micronutrients and such for your brain health so you can function better and become a better version of you. Because nutrition is not just about looking jacked, losing weight. It's also about feeling good and being productive. So we'll throw in some onions. We'll throw in some jalapenos. I like spice, so I'm going to throw a lot in there. It's also good for your digestion and good for circulation. Cilantro is good for pulling metals out of your blood, right? Put a little bit of high quality olive oil. Look, there's not a lot that I will say spend a lot of money on, right? But when you're cooking, olive oil is key to health, right? There's a lot of benefits, a lot of polyphenols, antioxidants, but you gotta go for the gold and spend a little bit of money. And I know what you're thinking, oh, I can't spend $20 on olive oil, that's so crazy. You spend $15 on a singular drink that you give to a girl that goes home with a guy that looks like me. And you wanna know why? Because I spend money on olive oil. You wanna get an olive oil that's in glass. You wanna get an olive oil that's not been processed a bunch of times. You wanna get this one is from Life Extension. I will drop them because I happen to like them, but I'm not sponsored. They're just that's a good option. There's plenty though. Just make sure it's in a glass bottle, glass container. You don't want to have it in plastic. Yeah, and that's it. You just drizzle it on there. Mix it up for later. I'm gonna put a little bit. I'm almost. Oh man, I'm out. I'm a brokey now. That's going to be good later in some tacos. And obviously I will add avocado later, but you don't want to open that up and have it and just prep it because it gets brown and weird, oxidizes fast. I know you want to eat that. We got that prepped and stored for later. I'll probably throw in a video of me making a wrap because I think the wrap's going to be my next meal. 4 chicken wraps. This is about 50 grams of protein in here, only like 15 carbs in the whole thing. Tons of nutrients. We're going. We're getting ready. It's happening. And then later on tonight, probably have the salmon with my tacos. I'd say that was a pretty solid day. The next meal I will have, they were out of chicken wings, but I'll do the same exact thing here, but I'll just add chicken wings right now, so I'll have them. Or to be honest with you, I'll just throw some buffalo sauce and then cook it. You saw how fast that was. We pretty much filmed the whole thing. 12 minutes, you got chicken wings done. Pretty solid stuff. You don't have to spend a lot of time cooking and meal prepping. But that's what we're going to do. We're also going to put this in Tupperware so that way, just in case I really got to run, but I already had a protein shake, I'll just be like, all right, I got to grab 4 pieces of chicken, bunch of asparagus, done. Maybe some walnuts. Oh, nuts. Mouthful of nuts. Whatever. Very casual stuff. So I'm going to snap and it's all going to be ready. Boom! That was a really bad transition because I don't think I was standing in the same place, but you get the point. It's pretty easy. That took like 15, 20 minutes, and I was talking, yapping, making conversation. I need aluminum foil though for this to be properly preserved, but you get the point. It's done. Cheers. If you want some advice about what to prep and the importance of protein, watch yesterday's video that I just dropped, and tomorrow we'll be doing some more awesome stuff. So see you then.